So it seems now that AJ's finally out. He's ducked his way out in a shitbag coward, and you're the man who wants to fight. So I like that. I like the fact that you're very vocal and the fact that you're calling for a fight like a real man should do. Any man who wants to fight another man should call him out, as you've been doing to me. So I accept your challenge, Manuel Char. Let's get it on, motherfucker!
You know, I have a hard time respecting teams, Tyson Fury's team. I can't respect, like, certain things they try to pull with the boxing public, right? So, obviously, this video is about these silly ducking allegations regarding Anthony Joshua. Tyson Team Fury, I should say, because I don't even know if it's him or if it's, Frank Warren or even John Fury or whoever who's like creating this narrative as well. But the narrative is that Tyson Fury sent a contract to Anthony Joshua. He had until Monday of last week, or this week, I guess, to sign it, and he didn't. So, that being said, Anthony Joshua has officially ducked Tyson Fury. And now Tyson Fury has Emmanuel Char to fight. And that's, it looks like that's going to be his next opponent. So the AJ fight is postponed because apparently AJ ducked Tyson Fury because he didn't want to fight in December. So like I said, I just have a hard time, I don't understand I just have a hard time respecting this because, listen, this all started with, obviously, Fury wanted to fight Usyk first. Usyk didn't want to fight in December. Fury did because he wanted 2 fights in 1 year, which, that I respect. But, obviously Usyk wanted more time because he wants to sort of wait out the war that's going on in Russia and Ukraine and all that stuff, right? But, so, okay, that fair enough, right? Like, we don't know what he's going... I mean, we do know what he's going through, but we're not, like, only Usyk knows what's really going on there because, obviously, he's in Ukraine and he's going through that war and all that stuff. Now, Fury, on the other hand, he says, okay, fine, I'll go and fight Anthony Joshua. Joshua, I'm going to give you a title shot. You have 4 days. You basically have 4 days to sign this contract. If you don't sign it, then I'm moving on, right? And when did he send this contract? It wasn't even a week. It was like under a week, right? And Eddie Hearn replied to this, and he said, listen, this is not realistic for me to sign at the moment, right? Give us more time, and we'll, get this fight going. But Fury specifically said he wanted to fight in December 3rd, right? And that he wanted Eddie Hearn to sign the contract quickly, right? And, look, I don't know if negotiations are still going on, but given that clip I just showed you of Tyson Fury basically saying, AJ ducked him or whatever, it sounds like he wants to postpone the fight. So, now he's going to fight Manuel Char. Let's look at Manuel Char's record for a second. Manuel Char, this is the same guy who... I mean, is this guy even a former world champion? It doesn't look like it. Manuel Char, he's... okay. Diamond boy. He's 6'3.5", so rounded, 6'4" basically. No notable wins that I can see. He went 10 rounds with Sefer Seferi. This is the same Sefer Seferi that got knocked out by multiple people, Tyson Fury included, right? I mean, that whole fight with Tyson Fury was just super awkward. And he got knocked out recently by a guy called Kevin Lorena. Okay. And this guy's a cruiserweight now, so I don't know. Alex Lepay, same guy who's lost before. Yoan Duhaupas, he lost to by decision. Okay. So this guy has 4 losses. Okay, so Vitaly Klitschko, he got knocked out by Klitschko within 4 rounds, right? Povetkin knocked him out within 7 rounds. And Bradis knocked him out within 5 rounds. That was probably the most brutal knockout that he's been in. Like, it just, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me. So, like, what Emmanuel Char, out of all people, why? Right? Is he like some mandatory or something for the WBC? I don't know. Right? I don't like to get into all that stuff. I don't, get into stuff about rankings or whatever, but, like, and people say, oh, but what about AJ when he fought Pulev? Well, back in 2020, AJ actually wanted to fight Fury, but Fury, he didn't want to, right? Because he was in a contract with Wilder for a third fight. So he couldn't make that fight happen, right? And AJ fought his mandatory Kubrat Pulev, but this is the same Pulev who's, not, like, at least he didn't lose to Duopol, right? I guarantee you Kubrat Pulev would have beaten Johan Duopol, right? And he would have beaten other guys that Emmanuel Charles lost to as well. He might have even beaten Marty Bradis at heavyweight. I mean, Bradis, he's not even a heavyweight, he's a cruiserweight. So, I mean, I don't know. It's very strange that this is happening. And look, I'll tell you what, and I've said this before. Imagine this scenario though. So let's say in 2021, Anthony Joshua beat Alexander Usyk. Say he knocked him out, all that stuff. And say when Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fought for the third time, Wilder knocked Fury out. Now, Anthony Joshua asked Deontay Wilder to fight, and Wilder wanted to wait until 2022 to fight, or he wanted to wait, a while later to fight. And let's say that Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, or let's say Tyson Fury, on the other hand, wanted to fight AJ. So AJ said, okay, sign, here's 4 days to sign a contract, right? And let's fight in February, basically. Like somewhere around that time. I guarantee you, the whole boxing public would be saying that Anthony Joshua wants Tyson Fury at his lowest point. I guarantee you that Anthony Joshua is cherry picking Tyson Fury now. I guarantee you, just because if Wilder had beaten Tyson Fury, knocked him out, people would say, "Oh, AJ just looks at that and he sees confidence, and he just all he sees is, oh, if I land a similar shot like that, then I would have won, basically, as well, right?" I guarantee you that's the narrative, but because the roles are reversed, right? Now it's Tyson Fury, who's like, no one likes to criticize him a lot, right? And that's it. So I mean, it's a trap. I've said before, like it's just a whole trap. It's this whole narrative that Fury's like AJ's ducking Fury. It's untrue. It's not true at all. We know this is not true. You know what I mean? Fury, look, I don't even know. Did he even send the contract? Who knows? But it looks like the fight is postponed for now, right? I mean, shout out to Anthony Joshua. He's like, he's making these guys not want to fight him, even when he's on a two fight losing streak. Shout out to him. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting kind of sick and tired of this Tyson Fury thing. Just like him calling out Chisora, Manuel Char. Like, just stop wasting our time, dude. No one wants to see those fights. It's like Ryan Garcia going like, oh, let me fight Joe Laws. Or let me go fight, I don't know, just whoever, right? Or that's like Devin Haney going to fight, Javier Fortuna. Or, like, no one cares. Like, no one wants to see that, So, yeah, I mean, it's a trap. It's a trap to, make AJ look worse than he is, right? It's it's mind games. It's basically mind games. It's a narrative that Team Fury has painted onto Joshua. They knew exactly what was going to happen. They knew that sending a contract within 4 days was not going to get signed. So they took that opportunity and they said, "Oh, Joshua's ducking me." So there you go. If anything, it's the other way around. But I mean, the thing is, I don't think Fury's like scared of Joshua, but I think he just like, I don't know. There's something like Fury sees in Joshua, and he thinks that, like he knows there's something that Joshua could, like, if Joshua catches him, with the big shot. Like he knows that Josh is not a Wilder. He's not going to throw these like slapping hooks and be off balance and just all that stuff, right? He knows that AJ's less one dimensional, and I don't think he's like I said. I don't think he's scared to fight AJ, but I do think I think Team Fury feels threatened in some way, even when he's lost to Usyk. So I don't know, but yeah, shout out to Anthony Joshua. I mean, it's like I don't know what's next for him. He could fight Joe Joyce, I guess. Maybe the winner of Wilder Helenius if Wilder would cooperate, which who knows if that would happen. But yeah, I just thought I'd debunk that. AJ's not ducking Fury. It's Fury setting unrealistic expectations within less than a week for Eddie Hearn, who's going through a lawsuit case, a defamation case with that YouTuber or against that YouTuber, right? And he's basically he's got other fights to sign, and he's got you know what I mean. So Eddie Hearn said, "Listen, if you send the contract on Monday, I can't do that." But Fury went ahead and did it anyway, right? I mean that's like saying, I don't know what's an analogy. That's like it's just setting unrealistic expectations. It's like saying like, listen, I'm gonna go over to your house. I'm gonna go over to my friend's house or whatever. But my friend says, no, I'm not gonna be in the house and all that stuff. And then I'm like, oh, well, so you didn't want to hang out with me or whatever. That's basically what this whole thing is like. That's the sort of narrative they're trying to paint onto this whole situation, right? And people, I don't know. Like I said, Fury's a good fighter, right? I'm not really criticizing him. I'm just sort of criticizing his team's antics, right? I don't know. I think, who's Joshua going to fight? I mean, I guess the Usyk trilogy. I mean, what else? I don't know. It's just boxing politics, once again. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think these guys will ever fight? I think they will, but I think it's just... I don't know. Things need to be done in order for them to fight. So, that being said, this video's been going on. I'm out. Take care and peace.